ultrasonic wave hand pieces, the flat head hand piece and the cone shaped head hand piece. So we're going to start by cleansing the skin first. I'm going to use the Gentle Milk Cleanser, which has a pH of a 6. You want to perform a very thorough cleansing to the face. You do not want to, if you're using Skin for Life products, you do not want to add water to the cleanser. In fact, I don't recommend it to any of the cleansers that are on the market just because they are formulated to actually bind with the skin, to cause more emulsification, and to interact with the skin by basically ungluing the dead skin cells so that you can manipulate the skin, get everything, debris, any type of residue off the skin from daily activities. Product do all the work and where it interacts with the skin. With this particular cleanser, the Gentle Milk Cleanser, you can work around the eyes very closely. Once you have cleansed the skin, then you may remove. Gauze. Sponges if you would like. Wrap the gauze around my fingers. Again, by removing, starting with the forehead, working your way down, around the eyes, around the skin, then you may use your toner as your second step to your cleansing. You may use it in a rainforest or directly on your gauze or sponges. Now, this is a step that you can start with your exfoliation. So, with the Ultra Scrubber, we are going to use the enzyme papaya, which is enzyme exfoliant with a papaya complex. This particular papaya is in a barrier that you add water to it. It doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be steamed. It can mean that you use your fingertips with moist fingertips to really excite the papaya. This papaya is raw papaya, so it's as of itself, it's its own exfoliant. We're just activating it. When you use the papaya, you can use about, I would say 10 mLs to 15 mLs. Taking your face mask brush, starting with the forehead, applying it like a medium thickness. This particular type of papaya very important that this become, we made this product into a universal product. So whether you're working with sensitive skins or very thick and resistive skins, this is the perfect product to start with the proliferation of dead skin cells. Apply this product will automatically get very warm to the skin. It's just warmth. It interacts with the enzymes in the skin, creates that warm sensation. What I'm going to do is just wet my fingertips and begin a little bit of the massage. Before the Ultra Scrubber, the skin needs to be moist. It is important that you use the papaya with the Ultra Scrubber so that you get that double exfoliation, but you also get the moistness that the skin needs in order for the scrubber to interact with the dead skin cells as it goes through its cavitation pulse. Isolated areas of acne or around the eye area, cause more circulation, sun damaged areas, resistive, open and closed comedones, maybe milieu cyst, that you really need to work the skin with the fingertips. Done this, I'm just going to take my mask brush, dip it in water, and really make sure the skin is moist. The papaya again, it keeps the skin warm. So you get that softening effect with the papaya being disincrustation to the skin. Now we're going to take our Ultra Scrubber blade. We're going to set the time to 10 minutes. And because she is a darker skin type, I'm going to keep it, the individual intensity or the intensity at 1. And then she's not very sensitive. However, we don't want to cause any excessive amount of heat dermally that might make her melanocytes more active. So I'm going to keep it at 50%. And now I'm going to use the power button on the Ultra Scrubber to activate. And then I'm going to take a piece of gauze. Because each pass, I want to remove the product from the Ultra Scrubber in order to make sure that everything stays clean. This particular portion of the treatment, you really want to make sure that you do not stop. You keep everything moving. There's no stopping on an area. Moving in upward movements. You also want to make sure that you have the areas moist. Just going to walk over the skin. And there's no pressure to the skin with the blade. pattern that is going to be most beneficial to the skin. Ensure that you do a thorough application. So as you're working with the blade, it's a continuous movement. There's no stopping. Stop on the skin, you're going to build up heat because of the cavitation. That can be quite uncomfortable for your client. Once you do one side, we're going to do the other by working. Sure the area is not let the blade rest on the skin. Completed the exfoliation. So that took me about 6 minutes to do this tiny little skin. That could be normal. If you're working on areas that are more resistive, you'll probably spend up to 10 to 12 minutes going over the area just to make sure that you are working on more of the resistive areas. So when you are transitioned to the extraction portion of your facial, everything will extract without being uncomfortable for your client. Now this is when you can use a warm towel to remove any of the papaya that was used, any of the residue from the Ultra Scrubber. I'm going to use gauze because the papaya comes off very well with just gauze. But you do need to be thorough. So if you wanted to add a warm towel, that's perfectly fine. So now we're going to make sure everything is off the skin. There's no residue of the papaya. The skin is clean. When you're working with pigmentation, variations of pigmentation, this is a beautiful treatment, no matter what skin color you're working with, because it really does help to lift the superficial portion of the pigmentation, so you get a really pretty bright skin. I'm going to use the Sensory Toner, which has a pH of 5.5. Just to make sure everything is removed. This is considered your cool down step. So your exfoliation was your peak. And now we're going to use the cool down just to put the skin into a nice, comfortable spot before moving into ultrasonic wave. Now if I want to perform the oxygen infusion before moving into the ultrasonic waves, I'm going to do that. If I want to use microdermabrasion as my exfoliation, I can do that. My derma planing, the number 10 blade, perform that, diamond tip. And remember, you can also break up when you're using your ultrasonic wave in pieces. For example, if I want to do microdermabrasion and then work my way into all of my serums and my moisturizers for the skin, and then perform my microcurrent. After microcurrent, I can use my ultrasonic wave hand pieces to cause more density, more layering, fullness of the epidermal layers of the skin. You can definitely put it where it's going to be most beneficial for the skin as far as more of a performance treatment technique. So now what I'm going to do is use my serums. So I'm going to use vitamin C, which has the vitamin C of magnesium and ascorbic phosphate. I'm going to make a little cocktail with the moisture booster, which has the magnesium and ascorbic phosphate, as well as bearberry extract for brighteners, but also hyaluronic acid for more volume. And when you're working with a more mature skin, you want to cause more volume. Now she has a darker skin, so I want to make sure that I can the brightening agents of the bearberry extract and the moisture booster as well as the vitamin C, so that it causes more of a layering technique to really heighten the response, to interact with those pigment cells that are tarnished, or that has tarnished the thin skin cells. And your moisturizers of Skin for Life can be a part of your eye care. So it's really important that you do not forget the eye area. I'm going to use the Ultra Performing Complex with A and C for extra antioxidants for her, as well as the Vital Recovery. Use a little bit of a cocktail. You can start with your massage movements. Time to really bring out your most lifting, firming massage movements for the skin. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start with our conductivity gel. Our conductivity gel is going to give you a layer over everything that you provided the skin as far as nutrition. And we're going to start with a flat handpiece. And you want to apply a medium thick layer. I'm going to do one side at a time, okay? Go around the eyes with the conductivity gel. And you need to make sure that the skin is also moist. So once you've applied your conductivity gel, you want to wet your gauze or your facial brush and go over the gel to make sure everything is moist. because water is the solution when you're working with either electrical current or sonic waves. It loves water. That's how you're going to have a really performance-driven treatment to get really good results. So once you've applied your conductivity gel, we're going to start with the 1 megahertz. Now with her skin, we're going to start with constant, and we're going to set the timer for 10 minutes to do the entire face. Now you might go over that, where you might want to just use the default button at 20 minutes and just watch your time, or if you want to actually set your time for 10 minutes so you'll know exactly how long you spent on the face, that's fine too. I'm going to put my mode on constant, and I'm going to make sure that I select the 1 megahertz, and then I'm going to hit my start button to make sure that the machine is working, and you'll see the blinking light next to the time that will indicate that it is working. And then I will increase my individual intensity to the first orange arrow. Now why I'm doing this is because I'm working with a young skin. I just want to cause more volume to her skin. I want to work on the pigmentation. Before, as you saw me apply the vitamin C and the moisture booster, they both have skin brighteners in the serums, as well as the Vital Recovery and the Ultra Performing or antioxidant derivatives, or driving components to the skin. So I want to work on the pigmentation of her skin, and with this, using the conductivity gel, this is going to be a great conduction. So when I start with the flat head handpiece, I'm working in upward movements. And again, my intensity, my mode is on constant, and my intensity is the first bar of orange. And each stroke that you perform on the skin, you need to do that application 3 times. So it's lifting, and lifting, and then transitioning by overlapping at least a good 30%. So lift. Whatever you perform on one side of the face, you're going to perform on the other side of the face. Keep your movements consistent. And make sure you keep the handpiece moving at all times. You do not want to stop and rest on a particular area of the face. That can be very uncomfortable to your client, because remember that ultrasonic waves can also build up with heat. So you want to make sure that the handpiece is moving at all times. And lifting. Really causing more volume to the epidermal layers of the skin. All of these movements, as far as your directional movements, are in our manual. So if you have the Ultra Scrubber, or you're thinking about purchasing the Ultra Scrubber, you will have a detailed manual, and then this video will be a good reference to how we want you to perform your movements. You may have to stop in between just to make sure that the skin is moist. You need to make sure the skin is moist. Moisture on it so that the waves of the ultrasonic wave handpiece can be very beneficial to the layers of the epidermis. focus and do more lifting techniques. It might be the jawline, it might be the cheek, it might be the nasolabial fold. To the cone, you want to make sure that the areas like around the lip and around the eyes are very moist. So reapply your water, whether you're using your gauze or your facial mask brush. We're going to start with the eyes and begin manipulating circular movements, and you can glide to help with the lymphatic portion of that area. You do not want to work too close to it's just the infraorbital bone that we're focusing on, as well as the supraorbital bone. Using the 3-pass technique. And then you really want to concentrate on the lines that you need to work on. Work each line 3 times so you can really causing volume to the skin. It's causing a lifting and more of an anchoring type of matrix to the skin. This has nothing to do with muscle, but the layering of the epidermal layers of the skin becomes more full, more anchored, so that it really gives you a pretty application of the cone handpiece, of the 2 megahertz handpiece, then you may remove everything with a warm towel, not a hot towel. It needs to be tepid, lukewarm, because again, you don't want to cause any type of acceleration. The handpieces were your peak, and now we're getting ready for the application of the cool down. So you can see from one side of the face how much more clarity the skin has with lot brighter and lighter and more full to the skin. I know she's young, but we want to build up her cheeks to keep her cheeks very full, very lifted, and work on the variations of pigment as she transitions from summer to winter. So now we're going to remove, and you may remove with a warm towel, not a hot towel. Also can perform next with Skin for Life is our LED light system. Once you remove the conductivity gel, and we're going to tone the skin, then you can perform an additional 12 to 15 minutes with your LED light. This will only improve the adenosine triphosphate within the cell mitochondria, energize the cells, being able to divide, going through their mitosis, increases the healing stages of the skin. After the LED light, we can use our Skin for Life Vitamin C Algae Mask, which is our 2-part cold therapy mask system. And we do have at the Skin for Life video library the application of that particular mask if you want to take a look. But for right now, I'm going to finish with our serums, our moisturizers, and our sunscreen, the Solvents. But this treatment can be as simple as the treatment that we performed today, but remember you can also interject certain portions of this treatment, whether it's the Ultra Scrubber being your exfoliation before your professional peel, Skin for Life professional peel system, and then you can go into your microcurrent and then do your ultrasonic waves and then finish with LED light. You can be very performance driven when it comes to treating mature skin, or you can be very simplified when it comes to treating more acne and oily skin types. How much brighter and lighter her skin looks. It is a perfect treatment for the variations of pigmentation, whether it's just hyperpigmentation, solar lentiginous, or if you're working with melasma or chloasma. It's the perfect treatment for really driving in your products with the ultrasonic wave handpieces to really cause more of a high potential of a nutritional benefit for that cell membrane to interact with. The gap junctions of the skin of the stratum corneum is very vital to us. So with using performance products that are in a lipid arm system and nanosphere type of technology, important that we spend time driving in the product and have a higher potential of interacting with the cell membrane, and interacting with our natural enzymes in the skin as well. So we're going to apply the Vital Recovery as her recovery cream, Keratin cream, her balancing cream. Working around the eyes as part of her eye care. Very good with microcirculation. So it keeps the activity of the skin going. We're going to use Soul Defense. It's our signature sunscreen, our physical sunscreen. Again, very important that we reduce any type of sun sensitivity when she leaves and goes out into the world. The whole idea of Skin for Life is to create a performance result without creating skin stress. There's no need to have skin stress. There's no need to have stress, period. Short bursts of stress, the immunity of the skin actually enjoys, but long-term stress only results in aggravating and increasing your aging potential. So we don't want that, do we? No stress, these are little telomeres. Don't get stressed. The Langerhans cells, our skin immunity cells, do not get stressed. Removing the inflammation, but of course getting performance skin results. This is the Ultra Scrubber and the ultrasonic wave machine, using the Ultra Scrubber to exfoliate and incorporating your regular facial treatment with the ultrasonic wave hand pieces to really cause volume and integrity, clarity of the skin, and really trying to eliminate dead skin cells, overaccumulation of dead skin cells, and increasing more volume and fullness to the skin's integrity. Thank you